Thank you very much for joining us for the culmination of our Grand Assembly celebrations. We are here to install a new corps of Grand Officers. They are ready and waiting for installation and ready to have a fantastic year. So thank you all for joining us. We again have things a little bit different because of precautions, and we are trying our best to keep everyone safe and healthy. And I'm very excited to introduce our installing officers. Installing officer, Megan Dana, past Grandworthy Advisor, and installing chaplain, Victoria Rompre, almost junior past Grandworthy Advisor. So I appreciate all the hard work that they've done to prepare for this. And Megan, can you please proceed with the installation?
Yes, thank you. By authority vested in me as installing Grand Officer of this Grand Assembly, I declare the Grand Assembly open for installation. Almeida. You will please read the names of the officers appointed.
So someone needs upstairs. So. And we've been doing so good. Another minute. Okay. Megan, I can help you now.
Almeida, you will please read the names of the officers elected and appointed to fill the station of the Grand Assembly for the ensuing year. Girls, as each of your names is called, please stand.
Grandworthy Advisor, Adele R. Grandworthy Associate Advisor, Brenna W. Grand Charity, Sydney F. Grand Hope, Sabrina C. Grand Faith, Haley C. Grand Recorder, Ciara L. Grand Chaplain, Kyla P. Grand Drill Leader, Maya R. Grand Love, Abby D. Grand Religion, Sophia P. Grand Nature, Haley F. Grand Immortality, Melanie F. Grand Fidelity, Katie F. Grand Patriotism, Kathy F. Grand Service, Carter P.
As no one should ever set forth on any great or important work without the assistance of prayer, the Grand Assembly will please stand with bowed heads while the Grand Chaplain gives us in prayer.
Our Heavenly Father, to thee we come with bowed heads, praying that the power of thy divine leadership may fall upon us. Help us with clear eyes to look upon the girlhood of a country and try to understand all of its needs. Then give us that desire to serve, that we may enter into this field with greater enthusiasm than we have ever entered upon any other task. Bless all who give the time to lead us. May they have that spiritual power and vision that are needed in moments like these. Bless our Grand Worthy Advisor and her Grand Officers. May they be living examples that to all that shall see and know them. Grant that a true spirit of fraternity may prevail throughout this session, so that from the inspiration received here, we may carry back to our local assemblies a true spirit of helpfulness. These blessings and favors we ask in the name of our blessed Master. Amen.
Lord, call us to keep our promise. The Grand Worthy Advisor-elect will please approach the altar for installation. My sister, you have been elected Grand Worthy Advisor of the Grand Assembly of Connecticut for the ensuing year. This is the highest honor that can be conferred by a grand jurisdiction upon one of its Rainbow Girls. You may recall the first time you stood before the altar of Rainbow, and to this you have added many years of service. out of which has come to you a special recognition. Yet before you can enter upon this mission of service to the girlhood of this jurisdiction, I must exact of you certain pledges. Do you believe in the existence of one true and living God?
I do.
Will you recognize the authority of the Supreme Assembly, the Supreme Inspector who presides over its affairs in this jurisdiction, and all others who are placed in authority to direct the affairs of Rainbow?
I will.
Will you, as Grant-worthy advisor, in your visitations and communications, at all times uphold the dignity of those in authority, and so impress the worthy advisors and members of the local assemblies that the finest way to serve is to be in direct obedience to those who can direct you into well-planned programs?
I will.
Do you agree, as you shall preside over this grand assembly during the recess of its annual communications, to at all times be fair, that you may never may never use your authority in a dictatorial or arbitrary manner?
I do.
Do you agree to counsel with the Supreme Inspector of this jurisdiction and the Grand Executives that you may never enter upon a program that cannot be successfully carried through?
I do.
My sister, the Grand Jurisdiction of Connecticut has had the opportunity to observe your interest in Rainbow for many years. I wish to remind you, in the presence of those whom you will serve, that with this high honor comes many responsibilities that you have never had before. You will be called upon to give counsel and advice to the girls all throughout this jurisdiction. You will be honored because of the rank that has been conferred upon you, but do not for a moment stray from the straight and narrow path that leads to success. Be reminded also that the finest way of leading is not in words. It cannot be put into song or written into verse. It must spring spontaneously from you and your own life. May you always look to God for help. You will please invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the gavel. Its description is the same as that worn by the worthy advisor in the local assembly, but to you it represents a delegated authority given to you by the entire grand jurisdiction. You will be entrusted with its care until, at the conclusion of your term, you will receive your past grand worthy advisor's jewel from the hands of those who love you. It may then be worn throughout your entire life. You will please join us in the Grand East. Members of the Grand Assembly of Connecticut, you have heard the pledges that the Grand Worthy Advisor has taken at the altar. Do you agree that as you shall behold her in the Grand East, to be true and loyal to her, and help her in any way within your power to make her term of office profitable and pleasant?
We do.
Behold the members of your Grand Assembly. Members of the Grand Assembly, behold your Grand Worthy Advisor, and greet her with the heartiest applause. Most of us have been associated with you in Rainbow work for many years. The fact that you have received this present honor no doubt has its origin in your local assembly. Those who compose grant orders do not spring into recognition in a single moment, but rather come from hard work and service, and because of this, they are recognized as leaders. You have received this honor because you have merited it, but do not let it for a second separate you from those who serve in humbler ranks. As you shall serve this Grand Assembly as the Grand Worthy Associate Advisor, be of great help to the Grand Worthy Advisor. She will need you many times. Your counsel will help her, and as you carry this honor back to your local assembly, remember that it is your duty to render a service to them. Let the love and devotion that has always characterized your rainbow work become supreme in the ensuing year. May God bless you and keep you. You will please invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the crossed gavels. It represents that the power entrusted in your hands is second only to that of the Grand Worthy Advisor. You will please assume your station in the Grand West. Charity will please for installation. The station to which you have been selected by the Grand Assembly is only one step in the ladder of success. Day by day, year by year, we grow naturally towards the place that God has intended for us to fill. In doing this, He expected of us our time and our talents, dedicated and devoted to the most noble things in life. You may well be satisfied with this honor, because its very name represents the highest virtue, especially to you as a grand officer. Charity means kindness. It means you have been given eyes to overlook the little faults in life that sometimes bring tears in moments of unhappiness. This quality is, no doubt, responsible for your being here, for the very name of your station could bring a cloak of happiness, joy, and peace over us all. Keep this high aim always before you. Be reminded that there is one alone who can help you, and whether in deep solitude or in the noisy clamor of the crowds, remember Him and ask Him to help you on your way. You will please invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the money bag. It represents life's treasures preserved through charitable deeds. You will please assume your station in the north. For installation. In the ritual of our order and during the sacredness of initiation, we use these words: hope always awaits you. These words are sublime because we do not know the inward need of those to whom the words are spoken. In human life, there are times where there are moments of doubt, when it seems that error prevails over truth, and the only light in the world is a flickering candle that can be blown out at any instant. Yet in these times, there is the subtle power we call hope. Keep it sacred and beautiful. Serve the grand worthy advisor and this grand jurisdiction as though inspired by it, until more of its light shall shine on your pathway and the pathway of the other girls of this jurisdiction and lead you upward and onward. You will please invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the anchor. It represents a life that is secure in right living and thinking. You will please assume your station in the south. Saints will please attend the altar for installation. My sister, there is a deeper significance to your duties as grand faith than perhaps in any other station, if you would attempt to understand them fully. Your station, your position in the Grand Assembly Room is constantly a reminder to all of us that one's whole life cannot wander far into darkness if spent close to the Holy Bible. Your station is represents an illumination that penetrates with such force that darkness is driven out entirely. You are to serve the Grand Assembly of Connecticut in this capacity. You have the power of giving faith to others and of leading them. But do not overlook the fact that these powers are directly interwoven with your own life and being. You will invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is a dove. It represents a life that is at peace because of its abiding faith. You will please assume your station. Chaplain will please for installation. Third, you have been appointed chaplain of this Grand Assembly for the ensuing year. To our Father in heaven, we are indebted in a prayer put into words. It may be difficult to think of yourself as a messenger of praise and inspiration, not only for yourself, but for the many who constitute this Grand Assembly. You should be conscious of only one thing, and that is a prayer to God. It is not necessary for you to tell him what we need, but rather to express praise and gratitude to him for what he has given to us. The tasks and burdens of some are harder than others, or to us they may seem to be, but perhaps to our Father in heaven, all of human life is none other than the reaching up of our hands and hearts to him for help in need. No greater honor could come to you, or no greater insight into your character and life than to know that you are thought of as one who could speak to God for all of us. You will invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the open Bible. It represents a life that is directed daily by divine guidance. You will please assume your station. Yeah. Rosa. Later, will please approach the altar for installation. You have been appointed Grand Leader of this Grand Assembly for the ensuing year. Yours, perhaps, is one of the most colorful stations of them all. You will have many opportunities to be an example in many ways. Your movements to and fro in the Grand Assembly room may well be made an inspiration to those who attend the sessions. It will be your duty during the sessions of the Grand Assembly to present dignitaries for proper introduction. You will also have the charge of the line of march and will carry out any plans made by the Grand Worthy Advisor. Let me admonish you to render yourself with all humility, that out of this comes the grace and beauty of life. Therefore, enter into the silence and look to God to help you on your way. You will please invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is the Spirit. It represents a life that is directed to better and higher ideals. You will please assume your station. Grand Bow will please rise. My sisters, you have been selected to fill the color stations of this Grand Assembly. While this is a distinct honor, your presence and your duties are the same as those of the local assembly. In your hands are entrusted the careful keeping of the colors. When unfurled and attached properly to the white altar of Holy Promise, they create the white light, which is symbolized by the white Bible. You are at the heart and soul of this Grand Assembly. Out of you will come the sublime and beautiful lessons of this Grand Assembly, and so prepare yourself to render an honored service to this Grand Assembly. Let the admonitions of your station become a prayer to God that you may do your work well. Sister of Grand Love will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, my sister, the jewel of your office is the color bar of red and is a symbol of love and devotion. Sister of religion will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is a color bar of orange and is a symbol of the heroic in religion. Please assume your station. Sister of nature will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. My sister, the jewel of your office is a color bar of yellow and is a symbol of the beauty of God's great out of doors. You may assume your station. Grand immortality will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. Your office is a color bar of green, the symbol of eternal life and immortality. Grand fidelity will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. Sister, the jewel of your office is a color bar of blue and is a symbol of loyalty and trueness. Please assume your station. sister of grand patriotism will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the jewel of your office. Sister, the jewel of your office is a color bar of indigo. It is a symbol of courage and patriotism. You may assume your station. For your grand service, will please approach the altar and invest yourself with the The jewel of your office is the color bar of violet, and it represents service and self-sacrifice. You will please assume your station. You may be seated. I'm heartbroken that today the grand representatives could not be with us in person, but we would still like to take a moment for a formal installation for you all. So, my sisters, wherever you may be, you have been selected as the representatives for our grand sister jurisdictions. You are ambassadors of goodwill and should be constantly striving to bring our jurisdictions together. Be reminded of the magnitude of our organization and remember that in union there is strength. We will charge you with carrying a message of friendship in order to the grand jurisdiction in order to strengthen our ties of friendship. At the close of your term, you will be responsible for submitting an official report of your correspondence. My sisters, the jewel of your office represents your sister grand jurisdiction and also admonishes you to always remember that you are an important link in the golden chain that binds our order together in friendship. You will please join me in congratulating these grand representatives with a hearty applause. The Grand Assembly will please rise to pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Now ask you to please continue with installation.
Thank you very much. So, Potter, I think it's time that you retire as Big Mother Advisor. And hopefully there's someone here, I hope they haven't left yet, who I spoke with, who may find their way to the altar. We have that person here.
You have been selected as grand officers to serve as state mother advisor for the coming year. This honor has been conferred upon you for two reasons. First, to recognize the interest that you show in the girlhood of our community, thus recommending you as one fit to be a leader. Second, because they believe you to be one whom the girls can come in their trouble and whom they can pour out their hearts most freely, feeling sure that you will give them motherly counsel and help them with their problems. The idea of creating this office was not to select someone who would rule with an iron hand, but rather one who would inspire the confidence of the girls of this grand assembly, and by whose life they could receive inspiration and help at all times. You are what your station indicates. You are an advisor. There may be girls in this grand assembly who may need your advice and counsel at times throughout this year. You should reach out to these girls with gentleness and compassion. They no doubt will come to you many times, and with kindness and patience, we sincerely trust that you will, to the best of your ability, fill their needs. You will have the opportunity of helping many girls, and you have been selected in order that you may be such a support to them. Mom Betty, you'll invest yourself the jewel of your office. The jewel of your office is a circle of gold. It represents a life that encircles other lives and denotes protection. Members of this grand assembly, I take a great deal of pleasure in presenting to you Mom Betty. Who has been selected to serve as state mother advisor for the ensuing year. I counsel all of you to seek her out many, many times and advise with her when things do not go as you think they should. The Grand Assembly will now salute the state mother advisor with grand honor and a warm welcome. Pour yourself this job at the West.
Those members of the Grand Executive Committee, the Grand Assembly Committee, and Grand Deputies. Now is your opportunity, by your own example, to assist with molding the character of the girls of our community. These girls are looking to you to guide not only their footsteps, but to direct their lives into righteous paths. I therefore admonish you never to take a step that you would not have them follow. Guard the welfare of our girls carefully and advise with them in all things necessary. May you always carry with you the thought that someone is looking to you. And I now declare all the members of the Grand Assembly Committee, the Grand Executive Committee, and Grand Deputies duly installed for the next year.
Grandworthy advisor, it has now come time for you to lead this grand assembly, and we know that with this leadership, you will at all times be fair and just to all. Brothers and sisters, you have witnessed the installation service of this Grand Assembly of Connecticut. You are reminded that in all institutions, it is necessary for some to lead and direct the affairs for the time being, and for others to follow under their leadership. Those who are privileged in this life to lead for a while assume a great responsibility, but we sincerely hope that the officers of this Grand Assembly will give their time and their talents that they may do its work well. May the members of the Grand Assembly rededicate themselves anew to a life of service, and may you be happy together, and may the Grand Assembly prosper under your leadership. By the authority of the Supreme Assembly of the International Order of the Rainbow for Girls, I declare the officers of this Grand Assembly regularly installed for the ensuing year. And we're the advisor. Well, kind of hand it to you.
Thank you very much, Megan. Mr. Chaplain, you will attend the altar. So I'd like to take a quick moment to introduce the family that I have with me today. First, I have my mother, my father, my brother Evan, and my grandmother. So thank you all very much for being here. To take a quick moment to acknowledge the attendees that we have virtually who are here to support the grant officers, but also myself. I have a lot of different family members and friends from different parts of my life that are here to support me, and I would just like to say a quick thank you to all of the people who are taking the time to attend virtually today. I appreciate and feel all of your support. Thank you all very much. Now, this gavel we hold in our hand is the age-old symbol of the authority of this office. We accept this gavel. We accept it with all its wrappings. These wrappings, like the color stations, are 7 in number. They are invisible and you cannot see them, but they are just as real as the wood from which the gavel is made. The first wrapping is that of love. Just as you are reared in love, so accept same love flow from you to each member of this grand assembly. Love is like a pebble thrown into a still pond. The rings of love will radiate from its origin to encompass everything and everyone around you. The second wrapping is that of responsibility. This grand assembly is now your responsibility. With sharp guidance, you are to see that it thrives and grows during your term of office. The next wrapping is that of change. May God grant you the wisdom to accept the things that cannot change. Remember, God is always with you. Leadership can be difficult, and when you're feeling overwhelmed, look within yourself for peace. The next wrapping is that of humility. Don't be overly proud, because you occupy this office, not by your work alone, but with the effort of every member of this grand assembly. The fifth wrapping is that of loyalty. The root of friendship lies in loyalty. The members of this great assembly will, without a doubt, be loyal to you. So it is far more important that you understand them. The next wrapping that you will find is that wrapping of those pins that always go hand in hand, that of justice and fairness.
With beverage wrapping is that of service. Be of some service each day. Strive to be an unselfish servant towards these acts that lay the foundation of our order. Glass wrapping is not a color, but a spirit, that of resin. Remember, God is always with you. Without him, you can do nothing. With him, there is nothing you cannot do. This is with humility, we can take great pride that we can then do your job. It's selling out of jobs. That's true. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mom. That was very impressive that you were. Our agenda is that we have a.
Red,
Red, raspberry, and white.
It expresses the importance of love for your home and
Orange represents religion. It expresses the importance of membership. It acts as participation in your church. Yellow represents nature. It expresses the importance of being outside. Pink represents immortality.
It means that even though
No, our body dies, souls live forever. Blue represents fidelity. It expresses the importance of loyalty to the order and to the Rainbow Girls family and friends. India represents patriotism. It expresses the importance of respecting the laws of our country and its flag. It represents service. Service is the foundation of Rainbow and expresses the importance of providing service to our home, community, and sponsoring Orders of Rainbow.
Thank you very much to the Pledge Girls for that presentation. Thank you very much to the Pledge Girls for that presentation. It was absolutely beautiful, and you guys did a wonderful, wonderful job. It means so much to me to have your voices here and your spirits here, so thank you very much for giving me my ribbon. Anita, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So Victoria, Valerie, assemble so the cameras continue. Before this installation started, I placed in your hands, Dolly, a very special pin that I hope that you still have. Well, when you get back to the car, I hope you will take a moment and lovingly pin that pin on your daughter. You have a shiny new Grandworthy Advisor, past Grandworthy Advisor's jewel. I hope that you wear that throughout the rest of your life. And that when you look at that pin, you remember all the special memories from these 2 years. You certainly deserve that pin and a lot more, but you have the love and appreciation of all the Rainbow Girls in the state. And I have had just such a wonderful time working with you the past 2 years. I truly will miss you, Victoria, but thank you very much. Not at all, not at all. I hope that I will see both of you. I really, I don't want you to be strangers. So, but thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We have pins that went this way. Yeah, so, why don't you two come? We have parent pins that we pass down from Grandworthy Advisor parents to parents, and again, I gave those pins earlier to Sue, and Adele will put them on her mom and her dad. You will wear those this year, I hope with pride, and know that you have done so much to support your daughter to get to this point. So I'm looking forward to the year, and I hope you wear those pins. Well, not the worst, but when you come to Rainbow. And it's just a little token of how much, again, you've done to support your daughter and Mr. Kevin.
take a brief moment to thank you. Rainbow journey began 8 years ago at Grand Assembly 2012 during Darcy Needham's Spirit of Adventure Grand Assembly. My mother, a former Rainbow Girl herself, took me to all of the open parts of Grand Assembly. 10-year-old me was blown away by the music and the pretty dresses. Every single person I met was kind and welcoming, and every single face had a smile. I had absolutely no idea what was going on at any given point during the weekend, but I knew one thing for certain. I wanted to be part of this beautiful group of friends who called me sister. Fast forward 8 years, and here I stand, with 8 years worth of incredible memories, friendships, service, and love to show for the time that I've given to this organization. Rainbow has become a part of my thoughts and movements and will continue to guide my footsteps as I continue to spread my wings to succeed both this year and beyond. Nonetheless, it is not just Rainbow that I have to thank for who I am and what I have accomplished, but the people who make both me and this organization what stands before you today. To the girls of Connecticut Rainbow, thank you for all that you give to this organization and to each other. To my old friends and to my new sisters, I thank all of you for putting your faith in me to lead you. Please know that I have every faith in you to make this year the best year of love, service, and sisterhood that we have seen yet. I love each of you dearly and know that I am first and foremost your sister. This gratitude and sisterhood extends beyond Connecticut borders to all of the girls and advisors from other jurisdictions who have come to adopt me into their Rainbow family, particularly Pleasant River Assembly number 46 from Maine. I'm so fortunate that wherever I go, I have Rainbow sisters and advisors who will welcome me with open and loving arms. The advisors and adults who have traveled along with me on my Rainbow journey, thank you always for going above and beyond what is asked of you. I like to joke that someone with my phone would know who to call, as I have dozens of contacts in my phone with the first name Mom. Thank you all for always earning the title Mom and Dad. We Rainbow girls are so very lucky to have more parents that love us and help us grow than anyone in the entire world. Megan, thank you for making this day so very special by installing me. This installation has been a long time coming, longer than we could have expected, but you made this day a day to remember. I'm so thankful for our friendship, and I'm glad that I was able to have such a close friend here with me on this special day. To my Assembly Valley number 26, thank you for always being my home base. I know a lot is being asked of you this year, and I'm forever grateful to each of you for your love and service that will help us reach all of the heights to which we will fly. I love each of our advisors, and though you girls have come a long way from the shy little 10-year-old that I met at the prospect party, each of you are forever my little sisters. Victoria, thank you for being my rock this year. At the beginning of the pandemic, there was a solid 3-month period in which you texted me every day to check in on me, and I don't know if you realize how much that meant to me. Thank you for putting up with every phone call. Thank you for every thoughtful gift. Thank you for teaching me how to lead this organization. You have been my sister in every sense of the word, and I love you. To my friends and family, thank you for your infinite support in all that I do, but especially in the realm of Rainbow. Thank you for attending fundraisers, offering kind words of support when I'm working toward my goals of service, and finally for being here today, even if it is virtually. Your love for me supersedes the distance, and please know that I can feel your support in my heart. Dad and Evan, I know you don't always understand what I'm up to at Rainbow, but I know you always tag along for the journey nonetheless. Thank you for your assistance, understanding, and support when I rely on you to make my goals a reality. I know we're in for a wild ride of the year, and I'm grateful to have you at my side. Grandma, thank you for introducing Rainbow to Mom, who introduced Rainbow to me. I'm very proud to be a third-generation Rainbow girl, and I'm very thankful to have yet another guiding figure helping me achieve all of my Rainbow dreams. My team was inspired by all the love that you show me and your beautiful stories about what dragonflies and butterflies can represent. Thank you. I love you. Mom, there's enough time or words for me to properly thank you for all that you do for me, for all of the ways that you have given of yourself for me to succeed. No one will ever come close to understanding the amount of time, so the blood, sweat, or tears that you put in to help me with We like to joke in high school that you deserve a diploma for all that you got me through. Today, I believe you deserve a crown too. Thank you for always being my best friend forever and always. I love you. Hamidam, thank you for not only giving me the opportunity to lead this organization, but for all the ways in which you helped me grow. Thank you for having faith in my creativity. Thank you for your faith in me. And thank you for all of the love and service you give to each and every one of your Rainbow daughters. I hope that you know that even when I fly this year, it's because you. So thank you all. I'd like to take a quick moment to review our theme and some upcoming dates for this time. This year, we will be encouraging one another to take chances and to be confident with our theme for Connecticut Rainbow. Confidence to grow, bravery to fly. Our motto will be spread your wings with Connecticut Rainbow. Our mascot will be the fairy. Our symbols will be the dragonflies, butterflies, and ladybugs. Our colors will be teal, indigo, and magenta. The Grand Officers Fun Name will be the Soaring Sisters, and the Grand Representative Fun Name will be the Powerful Pixies. The song will be Fly to Your Heart by Selena Gomez. Our flower will be the rose, and our quote will be Courage is not the absence of fear, but the capacity to act despite our fears by John McCain. Charity this year will be the Salanta Family Project, which creates forever families in Ethiopia between orphaned children who need a mother and marginalized women who would benefit from having children to raise as their own. This charity has particular importance to me, as the family that has adopted me is what I love most about Rainbow. I've become a sister, a daughter, and a friend to all, and the feeling of love and acceptance that comes with those titles is unimaginable. We may have chosen this family for ourselves, but our bonds with family are beyond compare. My charity seeks to create these forever families for those who need them most, and I hope that you will join me this year in your support of the Salanta Family Project. I have another exciting announcement to share with everyone. Over the last few months, a team of individuals and I have been developing a new and exciting look for IORD. We want you to ask me about IORD. We have created a new logo and branding for IORD so we can easily promote it to people outside of our organization. Our logo is 4 colored cubes with IORD inside each cube. Our vision is to build your integrity, learn from opportunity, grow from responsibility, live with generosity. We have a mission statement that helps us reach new members, stating that IORD provides a place for you to learn new skills that unleash your ability to improve yourself and your community. Learn to have faith in yourself, hope for the future, and charity for all. We would also like to share a few new exciting things for you to help spread the word about IORD. First, a new website has been created, which can be found at askmeaboutiord.org. This website is specifically directed at young girls interested in joining Rainbow in Connecticut, and it will feature our new promotional material. Second, we have fun promotional products for each of you to help spread the word about IORD. Our magnets, posters, and buttons for each of you. I'll take a moment to show them now. This also features the new logo. So this is the sticker. And these are the magnets. Some of you will find a special surprise on your car when you leave today. Don't worry, they are completely removable. And for those who are unable to be present with us today, no need to stress. Assembly advisors will be helping distribute these items, so you will be receiving your promotional goodies shortly. Next, a new Instagram account has been created with the username @IORDCTBWA. And it will feature interactive posts that are both brand-worthy advisor related and marketing related that can be used to promote IORD to others outside of our organization. I encourage all of you to follow @IORDCTBWA on Instagram. I look forward to connecting with all of you. Finally, we have developed a commercial to promote IORD. We encourage you to take a look at it on our Facebook and Instagram pages. This will help spread the word about IORD to our local community, and we will take a quick look at it now.
like we were talking about?
I was, they're ready to go.
Oh, perfect. So I'll just get in contact with the director and everything should be set and we'll set a date and everything. We should be good.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
Wait, what are we doing again? Ask me about IRRG. Ask me about IORG.
Thank you so much to the IORG members and advisors who assisted with the production of that commercial and these promotional materials. Throughout the year, we will meet with each assembly and put together a targeted marketing plan to succeed in your individual communities. We want to make a bang coming out of this pandemic that puts IORG front and center. We hope you are as excited as we are to start this adventure. And don't forget to tell your friends, ask me about IORG. Right. Deputy Grand Master William Bond, would you like to speak at this time?
I'd be honored. Okay,
Great, thank you.
I want to obey the rules, but I don't need to be too close to anybody these days. Yeah, congratulations. I've been waiting to attend your installation for a long time. I was all set up a year ago and we missed it. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. Congratulations. Carlos, congratulations to you all. All are now in new positions of leadership, new opportunities to lead Rainbow Girls. I know you were up to the task. We've just seen new advertising campaign. That's break out of the gate. Good thinking. Sister, brother comes out of my mouth. Sister installing officers. What a fantastic job. I don't know anybody who could have done better than with the memory. That was very, very impressive. So congratulations and thank you. I think I owe it at least mostly to you that I'm here today. I am so thrilled. Honestly, did not know that this was occurring now. Stumbled across it, luckily, thanks to God. And you helped me fill.
You got your waiver, right?
Thank you very, very much. Yes, I did get my waiver. There was some trouble with the waiver. It wouldn't print out. So I couldn't sign it. If I couldn't sign it, I couldn't come. There's rules. There are rules, and there should be rules. Do a job. What a great job, huh? Congratulations. And to all the Rainbow family. If I can be support next year after I'm hoping to be installed Grand Master on April 10th. And if I can give service, please call. I'm working to get you to be able to come to my installation. Haven't succeeded yet. COVID is in the way everywhere, but we're working on it, and I have every expectation of success. So cross your fingers, no prayer, get there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've had a great few days of Grand Assembly celebration. And I do have a few shout outs. I want to recognize a few people. And when I do this, I always seem to leave someone out. So if I leave you out, I'm extremely sorry. But there are some people who have just stepped up the past few days and made everything work. I am so proud of what we've done since last Sunday. I'm just so proud. I have an executive committee that didn't ask if we could do this, but tried to figure out how to do this. And we've been meeting almost weekly, here or virtually, to try and figure this all out, and they have done their best. Um, Stacy Sam has done her best remotely. She actually, is a little bit ill and wasn't able to be as active as she wanted, but she still made sure that we had food here for us when we needed it. And she helped as much as she could, but the executive committee, they all wanted to be here. We had to limit people. Mom and Dad L, I've talked with them and they have both expressed, just feeling regret that they couldn't be here, but I did have other people step up. Mom Michelle ironed last night, ironed the altar cloth, ironed the tying towels, the majority towel, everything. So she was here ironing. And Mom Liz, last minute, I'm like, Liz, are you doing anything? Are you busy? On Friday and Saturday, and came and stepped up and did all the pictures. So thank you very much for doing that. Liz, I also have to commend you on the amazing pledge video. What a treat that was to see those little girls. That was just a wonderful treat. So thank you for working on that too. I also do want to recognize the efforts of let's see, I messed up here. Melissa, COVID interpreter. Melissa kept us all focused on what we needed to do, what we couldn't do, how we needed to modify things. And I know we all gave you a hard time. I know that, but she was the one who kept us all safe and said, no, we can't do that. Yes, we can figure it out. This is how we're going to do it. So thank you for doing that. I had an amazing setup crew here, and I was so grateful that Rusty Music came to help us set up. There were other people here that helped us get things set up last week and also this week. So it was wonderful to be here and doing something productive for you girls to get everything set up. The marketing program was something that was developed initially an idea by Adele, and I said, Adele, go work with Darcy, as if Darcy had nothing else to do. And the two of them were the ones that came up with this wonderful plan. I am really excited about it. I'm excited that we have something new that we can bring to the assemblies. All you assemblies, like Adele mentioned, will be getting individual attention to help you meet your needs. And again, I think coming out of the pandemic, people are going to want something to do. They're going to want something fresh and different and where they can connect with other people. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I thank the two of them for putting all that together. There are more things to come with that. We just got some of them together, and there's a bag going to each of the assemblies with supplies in it. The magnets, the stickers, and the pins so far. But there'll be other stuff coming. So please get the word out there. I think sometimes it may be easier to talk about IORG than it is to talk about Rainbow. And so we're trying to give you the tools that you can reach out to your friends, reach out to those around you to join this wonderful organization. I also want to say thank you to the Scottish Rite Valley of Hartford. They were the ones who sponsored. So with the registration for Grand Assembly, because we weren't at a hotel this year, but I did have the long sleeve shirts that all the girls got, all the other stuff that went into Grand Assembly. The girls' registration fee was $20 this year for Grand Assembly. And all the assemblies put in their money for their girls to be registered for Grand Assembly. And then I got a call from someone from Scottish Rite Valley of Hartford, and they said, can we sponsor all the girls to go to Grand Assembly? So all the money that the assemblies had to put in will go back to the assemblies. And I just thank them for their support. They also sponsored the Grand Officers Luncheon today. The Grand Officers were able to sit downstairs, again, socially distanced, box lunches, the whole 9 yards, but they were able to be in one room and have at least some social time together. So I appreciate that. I also appreciate the great support we have from the Connecticut Freemasons Foundation. They're the ones that really are the backbone of what we can do as an organization. I don't have to worry about all the little things that we had to buy more stuff, tripods, or I don't know, we have cords going everywhere, millions and millions of cords that we needed to get for the setup today. And I was able to not have to worry about getting that stuff that would make this day work then I think my last shout out is to Darcy because, and so I'm very sad that Darcy got laid off. In some ways, I'm very, very sad about that, but in other ways, I'm pretty excited that she was able to spend hours and hours and hours and hours trying to figure all this out. Where are the cameras gonna go? Who's gonna move them? How do we put this there? We're gonna have it here. And not in addition to that, all the videos, almost all the videos that were sent to her for editing. Sometimes I made a mistake and we would put girls' last names in, and we didn't want to do that for safety reasons. She went through all the videos, cut out last names so that it would just be first names. She has worked extremely hard to make sure that this was as good as we could do with the tools that we have. And I just, Darcy, I just want to let you know, I really appreciate this, and I hope you get a job doing this, Carl, because you've done it very well, and I'm very, very impressed with that. So we could not have done all of this. It just wouldn't have worked. So a big shout out to her. To the girls that continue to come to Rainbow, the girls that keep that rainbow in their heart, love all of you, and I'm so proud of you. To the new grand representatives and grand officers, I can't wait to see how you'll make your office, part of you, and how you'll make your office explain it and live it and share it with other girls. So to all those rainbow girls in the state, I love you very much, and I am hoping very, very soon that we'll be able to get together in real person and be back to rainbow things. And now for our benediction. Thank you, Lord, for the blessing of time spent with our rainbow family over the past few days. Our sisters have carried us through the year and brought with them many rays of sunshine. We are thankful, we are grateful, and we have faith for a brighter road ahead. Let the strength of our sisterhood continue to bless us in the days ahead. Bless these new grand officers and grand representatives and the work they now begin. In faithful charity and pixie wishes, go in peace until we meet again.
I now declare the 83rd Connecticut Grand Assembly session closed.